Okay, this is video 3. Video 3. This is Big Lair doing this for Samantha's Patreon and Discord group. Hopefully I can help somebody out here. Oops, let me get my watch set so I know how long I'm taking. Okay, what to talk about next? Man, I just talked about the near-death experience. Let's see. Okay, maybe I'll just talk about a couple random things here. I have a bunch of stuff written down. Samantha noted on this Mickey's Psychic Meetup, this past one, would have been what, May 16th? Or was it 15th? Maybe the 15th. Wednesday for you guys, and Thursday for me. Oh, by the way, Mickey, you got a great voice, man. Jesus, that's a smooth voice you got there. Just hearing your voice, I felt like I had heard it somewhere. Like, are you like a national DJ or something? Or you're a narrator for some famous television program? I don't know, man. You got a smooth voice. Wow. That's awesome. And I should apologize because I asked a question at the end of your psychic meetup, and maybe that threw things off a little bit, so I apologize for that if you didn't cover everything you wanted to. Okay. Elementals. Samantha mentioned elementals change based on location, and I totally agree with that. Now, because I actually have experience with that. I don't know if I can say elementals, but from the story I'm going to tell, I can extrapolate that, yeah, elementals will be different depending on where you are. Okay, so this took place about 20 years ago in Japan, in the house I'm in now. I'm actually in my in-laws' house in Japan, and 20 years ago, I wasn't quite married yet. However, I was helping my father-in-law's cousin and uncle remodel the house so that I could, when my wife and I got married, we'd have a place to stay here. It's very common in Japan when people get married that you move in with your spouse and their parents at their house. And anyway, so yeah, it was in the middle of helping my father-in-law's uncle and cousin remodel their house on the second floor here. So, and then I would stay overnight. So I was staying overnight in a room just across the hall from where I am now. And years ago, this Indian woman, the one who I mentioned about the trees, you know, she told me to put your spine up against the trees, which my next video will have to be about that lady, because she told me 3 interesting things, and I hope I can remember them for the video. Yeah, I'll write them down. Anyway, so she gave me this technique that you should do when you sleep in a place that's new. And actually, after she taught it to me, sorry about the stuff here. After she taught it to me, I went home, did it at my house, and then whenever I slept somewhere different, I would always do this, maybe I should call it a ritual. And it was just a protection for when you're sleeping. Make sure no entities are messing with you. So she was a very smart lady. She told me these 3 things, and they've helped me my whole life. And I'll pass them on to you guys. So anyway, I'm at my father-in-law's house, and so I'm gonna sleep there for the first time, right? And I'm really tired because we've been, remodeling the house all day and tearing stuff down and building things and whatnot. And here in Japan, everyone likes to take a bath at night. I'm kind of a take a shower in the morning guy, or take a shower at night guy. They're not really shower people here. They're bath people, right? So anyway, long day of doing whatever, carpentry work. And I go take a shower. I get out. It was probably, I want to say, April. So it was still a little chilly here. And houses don't have insulation in Japan. So if it's, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 0 Celsius, that's pretty much what it is inside your house. Not very comfortable. Japan is not as advanced as everyone thinks. That's all I will say for now. Anyway, so I lay down on this, a futon. They call it a futon. It's not the same futon that people have in America or Europe. It's completely different. What you guys got is something different. Anyway, so I'm laying on the floor on this futon thing, this tiny little, I guess mattress would be the best way to describe it. I'm super tired, and I've just taken a shower, so I've got that like good feeling from the shower. And then I realize, I haven't done this protection ritual for the room that I'm in. And I thought, it should be okay. I'll do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow evening. That was a mistake. So anyway, I fall asleep immediately, and then I wake up, I'm conscious. Well, I didn't wake up, but I'm like in a dream, but it's one of those dreams where it's like really real and you can control what's happening. So all of a sudden, I'm in my high school. I'm in the hallway of my high school, the entrance in this long hallway of my high school, and for some reason I go into the gymnasium. The gymnasium's, of course, is huge. It's got like, two regulation-sized basketball courts in it and all the bleachers, so it's a big gym. So I go in, turn the lights on, look around, it's empty, and then suddenly the lights go out, and something grabs my left ankle, and then I can just feel rushing air. And so I feel this rushing air, and I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? And then I say to myself, oh yeah, I can control what's happening in this dream. So I say, lights on. The lights turn on, and I realize I'm being flung in the air like this. And I look down at my ankle, and there's this black-skinned demon who's holding my ankle, swinging me over his head like this, like he's a cowboy with a rope, and like he's doing a lasso type thing. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I love Japanese art, so I'm very familiar with Japanese art. I've seen this black-skinned demon in so much Japanese art, right? And here he was, like holding onto my ankle, swinging me around for some reason. And he had horns, kind of an ugly face, black-skinned, wearing this, like, I call it a diaper, but they call it a fundoshi in Japanese. The sumo wrestlers wear something like that, if you've ever seen sumo. Anyway, so I looked down, and then I just think to myself, release me. And he let go. I landed on my feet, and he runs off, and I say, like, oh, you bastard, like that, And as soon as I said bastard, he like stopped and turned around and looked at me very intensely, and then turned back around and ran, and then boom, he disappeared in thin air. And then I immediately woke up, and I was like, holy crap, I turned the light on, and I could feel my left ankle felt like I had really been squeezed in this vice of a hand grip. And I looked down, and if you've ever been involved in martial arts, or you've done wrestling in school, or you just had a goofy older brother like me that you fought with all the time, you've had the experience of holding on to someone really tight, or someone grabbing you really tight, and you're struggling around for a number of minutes, and then when you get released, or you release the person, you can see like that white imprint on their skin or on your skin. That's exactly what I had on my ankle. It was like this huge hand and fingerprint on my left ankle. So I wake up my wife. We weren't married yet, but I wake her up and I say, oh my God, this just happened. Look at my ankle. And she's really tired, and she's like, oh yeah, okay. Good night. So for her, it was a non-event. So anyway, I was like, holy crap, that really happened. And then a voice said to me, you should have done that protection ritual. Well, you can bet that I immediately did this protection ritual, because I don't want that to happen again. But then it made me realize that, oh my God, probably all these things that have been drawn or painted, these demons or whatever, these elementals who've been depicted in art around the world, they really exist. And I'm proof that this thing exists, because I never thought about these things before. I didn't see a program about them. I haven't read, before this happened, there was no preloading of information, is what I want to say. So yeah, that's my elementals change with location story. And the other thing I will just add to that, when I lived in Malaysia, Malaysia is a pretty wild country. It's like the Wild West. No matter what you think about it, if you've been there, that's really like the Wild West. And if you ever get out in the jungle, get out in the jungle there, and I went all over that country with the job I had. I'd go places where my GPS would say, you now reached your destination, and I stop and I look around, and there's only palm tree plantations and jungle. There's like absolutely, no building. The building that I'm looking for is not there. And the jungle has a really weird energy to it there. I say weird because it seems weird to me. And so the impression that I got, excuse me, traveling all through Malaysia is that the elementals are very different there, very different energy. It's more of a raw energy. I've never seen the elementals there, so I can't say much, but I just had intense feelings of, oh, this does not feel like I'm walking in the forest in Wisconsin, or this is not walking in the jungle on Oahu Island, the northern part of Oahu Island, because I lived in Oahu for a while. It wasn't the feeling of walking in those places. It was like this very raw, primal energy. And so anyway, that's all I have to say about that topic. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be making another one.